Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with finally day 25 of my 2019 Christmas series. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we had to go into a mini marathon. Things just happen, and there's just things that you just can't foresee that are going to happen. But again, this is day 25. So if you remember day one, I started out with Tim Holtz and those beautiful, beautiful vintage ornaments. And I used his mirror cardstock to just further accent those. So I am going to end with Tim Holtz. I am a huge fan of his. We all have that one person that we kind of gravitate to. We kind of enjoy their videos more. Not that we don't enjoy all of the videos, like myself, meaning I watch all the videos because I can't miss anything. But he is his style, that vintage, that you've got this vintage crossover into grunge feel that is something that I kind of gravitate to. When it comes to paper crafting in general, whether it's a card, whether it's an art journal, whether it's a junk journal, whatever it is dealing with paper, I kind of do, love to tear it, shred it, rip it, crumple it. Those are the things that we can do with paper. So these are the two products that I'm going to use. Sorry, I'm going to try not to ramble in this one, but I did want to just turn the camera on and let's see what we come up with. I have this idea, kind of hoping it comes up. I don't know though. We're gonna give it a shot. But I did take care of some of my prep work. I'm just pulling in some other things. Of course, the vintage photo had to come in. Absolutely. But the two products, the first ones are these beautiful paper scrolls by Hero Arts, part of their Infinity Die collection. How vintage can you get with this? I mean, huge, 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 awesome. And then you have this little banner that fits in the center, so you get 3 of these. What's nice is these notches are also cut into, which is really cool as well, and you've already got your jagged edges. So definitely a must-have for me, and I'm going to be using this one. This one here is just over 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so you would need like a 5 by 7 card base to use this one, which absolutely we may just go into that. Just saying. The other product, the main product, of course, is going to be a Sizzix Thinlit die set by Tim Holtz. And this is actually called Large Funky Festive. I think it's the names I'm gravitated to. Large Funky Festive. Do we need to say anything else on that? I'm sorry. I'm now going to start losing it. Okay, come on, Des, get it together. Whew, okay. So the dies we're going to use, it'll go away. I apologize, but did you ever get that giggle and you can't stop? That would be me today. So I'm going to use this one, and it is a double layer. I'm going to use this one, and this one has multiple layers as well. And then, of course, I'm going to use the large poinsettia, which I forgot to die cut something off of the poinsettia, which is not a problem. I'm going to real quick do that with this paper. I'll be right back. Okay, giggles are gone. Maybe not. And we have die cut what I needed to die cut. So here's the beauty of when it comes to these Thinlits. Now, if you remember the very first one, you had the different dies, but they were numbered, A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, so you knew which ones went with which set by color. Here, they're all attached. So these are all the dies that you would need to create that poinsettia. So you could use just small pieces of paper to go into those areas to cover them so that you could get the die cut. But they're all set up onto the one die. So that's what's really nice. So all of these were set up in one die. I just had to shift the different colors of paper that I was using, and then same thing with this, because there's actually two pieces on this. So as always, I've done all my die cutting ahead, like I said. Oh, and my sentiment, I'm going to pull from Christmas time. This has to be just, and I know there's others. This is just one of my favorite. I love the fonts. I love the vintage feel. These sentiments and his images when it comes to Christmas really do bring back memories for me at my grandmother's house. Some of the images that he has in his stamps I've seen and I remember in my grandmother's house. So they just make me smile when I see them. But the sentiment that we're going to use this time is this one right here. Best wishes for the holiday season. I would love to use this one, but that's if I use the larger scroll. But I want to make sure that the die cuts are coming in the way that they should. So this one, it is. So let's look at our pieces. So you can see here are the die cuts of the just the greenery that I'm going to have in the background. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull in a piece of paper and I'll let those sit on that, and then they'll be somewhat visible. I don't know if that'll help, but you know, let's go for it. These are the pieces for my poinsettia. And then these are the pieces here for the holly. So here's our scroll, and you can see you've got this cutout here, you've got these cutouts here, you've got that here, and I want to accent those. Now this is just a piece of coffee stained paper, which we just need to be careful with, because it is not as thick. So my fingers are going to get extremely inky. Okay, so gonna go down the side. And then we're gonna go here. But I want to also, okay, that's as best as I'm gonna do without breaking it or ripping it, breaking it. Yeah, I'm gonna break paper. All right. Now, what I do want to do though, I do want to come in at that one, and then I want to come in at that. Okay. So just a little bit more accent. I do want to come in with my brush and just to tone that down just a little bit. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to put vintage photos around these pieces. I know, you're in shock. I know, I can hear it. I heard the gas. I haven't decided yet. Now, what I do want to do, though, is I want to stamp my sentiment. So I am going to grab my stamp positioner for this. And I'm going to put that there. I am going to heat emboss. So I want to prep that. Oh, I wish I could find the pouch. I love that EK success tool, but I'm sorry. It just keeps on clogging up and I'm done fixing it. Did you hear that frustration? Wow. Alright, so I am going to put that... I do want to put that off to the side, just a little bit. Now, what I'm also going to do, because I want it to look like a scroll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of cardstock and I'm going to put this up in there so that I can bring this down, but still see the sentiment. And I'm going to put that on an angle, just a little bit. All right. And I need to pick that up. And we've got to do all of this positioning again because you all are sitting there screaming at me to take out the foam. I heard you eventually. All right, so we're going to do this with the cardstock. We're going to do this with the magnet. And I'm going to pick this back up because I'm not going to fight with that. And we're going to angle that again. Okay. All right. Let's just put... Oh, that thing drives me crazy. I think I'll have to get another pouch. Need my Versamark. Now the embossing powder I'm going to use is going to be my Recollections Gold. I am going to stamp this a couple times just to make sure that I've got a good coating on it. Now the other thing is too, I don't know, I need to look at something here. I'm going to try because I really don't want to take this out of my stamp positioner. I want to do this twice. I know you all are like, no, I got to take it out. Okay. Let's see here. I see, now I'm starting to hear you all thinking and screaming. Alright, so let me grab that. Alright, let's heat set this, and I'll be right back. No need to hear me heat setting. Okay, so we are done, and I am good. I do not need to put that in for a second coat. I do like the double embossing look. I've been doing that a couple times, and I really do like the look of it. And that is our sentiment on our scroll. So I really like that. I think that is really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I think. Okay, yes. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to put together my pieces here. I've got a lot of pieces going on. So, need my art glitter glue. And we're just going to put some dots. So, since this is day 25, this, and of course I got to throw something. Since this is day 25, this is also being aired. This one I actually have going on at midnight when this one was scheduled. So for those of you that do celebrate Christmas, I hope and I know that it is going to be a wonderful one. It's going to be a fantastic time with your family and friends, loved ones, and whoever that may be. There's just so many so much that we can do when it comes to this time of the season. And you know, I do love this time of the season because it does make everybody look at things differently. Not sure about that, but you know what? I'll take what I can get when it comes to the holidays. You know, there's a shopping thing that I do with my sister. We do it every year. I call it the Merry Jingle Walk. H-E double hockey sticks. There you go. I mean, it's a killer. It is, the walk is just a killer because we start at, when do we start? Oh my God, I can't find how this goes. We start at 7 in the morning. And we do not end until 1 a.m. the following morning. So, yeah. It's definitely a lot of walking. Oh, found it. Yay. But you know what? We have a good time. We laugh. And, you know, I notice, you know, when we shop and as we walk away, you know, we will always say, you know, Merry Christmas. It's amazing how many, and this is just something that I noticed. It's not, we don't need to, you know, again, these are just things that I saw. I'm not looking to start a war here. It's amazing, and what I thought was wonderful was they actually, you know, perked up and they smiled and they would look at you and say, Merry Christmas. And you know, I don't know if there's just so many, you know, we're always in a hurry. We're always moving quickly. We're always trying to get things done, which is fine. You know, look, I totally get it. You know, stuff has to happen. Whenever we can get it to happen, but just that one moment, you know, to say Merry Christmas kind of made some people just stop and think, which I thought was great. So I found myself, once I saw that, I found myself saying it more, you know, wanting to get them to smile. So I thought that was cool. I don't know, just something I noticed. Something so simple. So if that's something that can be done, then that is perfect. All right, so now I've got to figure out where this green goes. Oh, figured it out. I love die cuts. For me, they are like mini puzzles. And I do love puzzles. And I think I'm actually going to put one there as well. But sometimes, you know, they are just a little bit too small. I'm just saying. All right, which way did I want to go with that? Oh, I wanted to go there. All right. And that is our poinsettia. Again, very vintage. Very funky. I'm sorry. All right, so let's work on our last one. Now, I've got to figure out which way. Do I want to go lighter or do I want to go darker? Because I did cut the bases out from each one. Well, now, okay, I don't need those. I'm going to set those aside. You know what? I think I'm just going to do all of them. Now, I do know I need to snip these. Because for some of these, the lighter ones, I want to make sure that they are there. I'm going to cover up the green because you can see the ones that we have coming in to cover them up. I'm okay with the green coming through this because I'll fill that in actually with white. But if I was able to put the red down on the ones that are lighter, then that's cool too. And I think, now you know after I do all of this, you're all going to have to watch me glue it all back together. Just saying. There we go. Oh my. I'm shifting everything. And I don't have too dark. I wonder what these would look like. Oh. Oh, okay. I like that. All right. So I'm just going to put them all together. Because I'm not quite sure which way I want to go. When I apply my glue, I'm just using little dots just to help minimize the glue leaking out. And I'm gonna, you know, I love this paper, I really do, but boy, it doesn't want to stick together. You really got to push it down. So tweezers are definitely your friends when you try to put these together. What would also be your friend is either, now I like to use my wax pencil or a gel picker-upper, I mean, however you want to say that. And then we just push that down. All right, that's one. Push these out of the way. And then we're going to move on. So, as I always say, I do hope that when we look at the series, and if you stuck to this till day 25, wow, thank you. That is absolutely amazing. And I am very grateful for that. There was, you know, here's what's funny. And I remember, you know, I looked back on the first video that I put together. And I remember saying, or thought I said in there, or maybe it was the penny black one with the tree that I was having oh so much fun with. And I remember saying, you know, I actually went through and I scheduled these and I dug around and yeah. You know, there's always room for change, you know, even in our decisions. I found that there was something that occurred in the middle of the schedule, so I did just have to make some quick adjustments to what I was doing, what I had planned. Or I found that, okay, I just lost a piece. How did I lose a piece? I'm not quite sure how I lost a piece. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. My bad. So it's amazing. Even though I did all the planning, I still had some changes that happened. And again, that's the beauty of this. But it did make me giggle. I'm like, wow. I even try to plan and I still make adjustments with the different things. So I just thought it was kind of comical, but there weren't too many adjustments. I think I only adjusted on one when it came to the posting. One had to definitely change because I actually lost all of the footage. I don't know how I lost the footage, not quite sure where it went to. I'm not sure if there is a place in video heaven that my video is sitting. I would love to have found it, but I'm going to try to recreate it and redo the video. And I know some of you are going to say, well, show us the card and we'll let you know. No, you're all going to say you want to see it. So, so I would not, it was amazing. It was something that I came up with, and it's not easily done. I think it was actually like a happy accident or a mistake that came through, and it just worked itself. So it was kind of funny. Okay, so let's get our card bases. So the card base that I'm actually going to use that I can't find right now, I'm actually going to use a piece of Desert Storm, and I know it's somewhere on this table. And again, if you could only see the outer parts of what I've got going on here, it's amazing. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, change my mind. I'm going to go with black. Actually found my gold mat as well. And this is what we're going to build up on here. Okay, so the scroll is going to sit on here like this. And then I'm going to build around this. Now, I want these to actually come out. Now, I think I'm actually going to put that in there. This one is going to come out like this. I am going to set that one aside. I'm going to set that there. And I'm going to set this one here. Gonna come out from behind that one. The poinsettia is actually going to have that bridge, but I want to be careful to not cover the season up too much. And I'm going to put this under that. And I'm going to put this right there. So that's what this is going to look like. I don't want to touch that. All right, you know what? I'm going to try this whole press and seal thing again. Again, press and seal and I do not, you know what? I'm not going to take a chance. Every time I use press and seal, it pulls at my paper. And I get very, very cranky. Let's just go with cranky. So I'm going to use what I usually do here. I'm going to take my blue tape. I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to just slice it into different sections. I'm going to tear it. And then I'm going to also take the sticky off, and that's by putting it against my skin and rubbing it and then making it less sticky. Because for me, that's what works. All right, now I'm going to take this one. You know, the old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this just absolutely works for me. And I can't have that moving, and I want that stuck there like that. Okay, so I should be able to, forgot a spot. And I want that, because I'm just taking her in to the back. Okay, so now I should have that. All right, hello. So, what I'm going to do to actually just save some time is I'm going to grab some double-sided tape. And I'm just going to start adhering this in place. Because it is covered. And honestly, guys, this is quicker. Because I'm going to come in with, I don't need any double-sided foam squares. I'm not looking to raise this up that way. I'm just looking to have those pieces stuck down. Now, what I'm also looking to do is I do want to add glue to that tip and to that one, because I do want that connected. So now I'm just going to keep bending the paper back, and those that I can reach we're just gonna bend, you know, up a little bit. Let's see, like this one here. I just want to put a little bit of glue there. So now that's adhered. All right, now I'm going to carefully tear off my painter's tape. I don't know which one's next. Okay, it's this one. All right, now right here is where the gap is. And then right down in there. So I put glue behind that, and I put glue behind that. Oh my, who was the genius that did this? Okay, that was me. And you can see as I'm pulling this last tape, all of my pieces, now watch it all fall apart, all of my pieces are sticking together. Okay, now, what I am going to do is this is what's going to be lifted up. So this is actually going to come off of the page. Now, I am going to do that with my double-sided foam squares, actually, and not my tape. My tape is the double-sided tape that I have, it's by Uline, and it's absolutely wonderful, but it is not forgiving. Oh, crap. Oh, sorry. Oh, my goodness. See, this is why I get concerned when I just turn on that camera. I'm so sorry if I offended somebody. Oh. All right. But anyway, the double-sided foam tape that I have, it is a wonderful double-sided foam tape. It is very strong. And it works very well. The problem is it is very unforgiving. I don't use it for shakers because it is very tedious to double up like we can with our 3M. And that's really the only reason why I buy the 3M double-sided foam tape, is for my shakers. I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put one there. So I'm just putting smaller squares towards the edge, but again, I'm not going to be able to get every one of those areas, and I'm okay with that. This is definitely a card that we would hand deliver to someone. I always have one of those cards where I would definitely do that. And this is definitely one of them. And I think I want one more for that side right there. And then I think we're good. We can then watch the releasing of the paper. Okay. Now, I've got a lot of weight, so you want to make sure, because I use, again, this coffee stained paper is nothing more than copier paper. And I'm talking the most inexpensive copying paper, like companies use. I paid like $4 a ream, or it's paper that I get from the dollar store. Again, it's very thin. That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't use it. What I'm saying is it's just very thin. So with all of this cardstock, and that cardstock is a heavier weight, you want to make sure that you're supporting this as you're, you know, removing all of these back papers from them. Don't move quickly, because you could be stuck on something and you don't realize it. See, like my finger there is stuck on that, and I need to be careful when I go to pull this off. There we go. Okay. Down she goes. Just has that little bit of lift to that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be trimming around the edges. I want those pieces to stay extended off the card. I'm going to add my line of glue to the outside, because then I'm going to put this on my frame. And I'm going to make sure that's centered. I'm just going to push down. And now I'm going to put this on my standard A2 size card base. And always, when I put these cards together like this, if I do an arrangement like this, I will use my liquid adhesive. 2 reasons. 1, I've got time for movement. And 2, I know it's not going anywhere. So that's kind of why I do use, you know, the double-sided foam squares and the other tape that I use. It is very strong. It will not come apart. It's the same thing with my double-sided tape that I use, that 2-inch film tape. Again, it will not come apart, but it's not forgiving. The moment it touches the 2 pages, it's impossible to pull apart. You will rip the paper. It's not like your other tape runners or your other double-sided foam tapes where you've got that time to do that. I'm going to take this last piece because I just don't have the heart to not use it. And I'm actually going to bring that in here, and I'm going to snip off this edge. There we go. And I'm just going to put that up here in the corner. It's too cute. Okay, and that is our card. Now, I don't like to use you know, gems or anything else when it comes to this type of a card. But what I will use is a glitter pen. Now, I've been trying this one out recently. This is the scrapbook.com. It's nice. But you know, I get all confused, you know, so I just try to on the back end. It does a nice coating of glitter. It's not too heavy. I think it's very comparable to all of the others that are out there on the market. And Scrapbook has some great sales. So this would definitely, when it comes to when they do their exclusive sales, this would definitely be part of it. So, yeah. So that, I just did that on the berries. Gems, as I said, no. I will come in with some Nuvo drops. So I am going to bring in my gold. And I'm actually going to put some drops in the center of the poinsettia and the berries. And I caught a piece of greenery. It's all right. All right, I'm going to gently tap just to level them out. It sounds loud, it's gentle, just saying. And then that is our card. So again, this is our 25th project. I do hope that you enjoyed the series. I hope you have fun. Now, what I will be following up with, as I said, this I'm hoping I scheduled at midnight on the 25th of December. So right around later on in the evening, I'm actually going to do a recap. So we will go through each of the projects that we've already done. I will page through them, talk quickly. You all know that ain't going to happen. I will try to talk as quickly as possible to go through those cards, what we used, any challenges that I had or anything like that, or maybe if I remember a comment that somebody had made while reading them, which I'm getting caught up through the comments during that time. So you'll see this showcase. I'm not going to have music to it. I'm actually going to be on it. Everyone has told me they do not like music, so no music it is. So I do hope you enjoy that. I want to thank you so much. If you watched every single video, all 25, thank you. Just thank you so much. I hope that I showed you something new. I hope I showed you a new technique. I hope I showed you something that you want to give a try. You may not like it, but I also hope that with everything that I showed you, that you can utilize something in your stash, what we've gathered up over the many years, or maybe you're just starting out and you're starting to collect and keep all of those items together, but something that you already have in your stash that you can create and get the same effect. That is my goal. Use what you have. Yes, I know I show new things, but again, look at the technique that I'm showing you, if that's what you're looking for. As always, though, the products that I did use for this project will be links down below if you want to click on that link just to learn a little bit more, whether it's dimensions or what it is exactly, and see other inspiration for that project as well. Please leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can, and that also includes a question. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. I almost forgot. I'd love for you to subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, thank you. I am very grateful. If you've become recently a new subscriber, I say thank you to you as well, and I am also very grateful. But for those of you that have just watched, I'm grateful for you as well. So yes, I'm just a grateful person. But once you do subscribe, you want to make sure that you ring the bell so that you'll know when the next video is ready for you to watch. Hit the thumbs up. This way that tells me if you like this video or not as well. And yep, I just stuck my finger right in that. But that's okay. It's all good. Hey, I can just tap it. And she's fixed. Yay! So, this is our project for day 25. I do hope you enjoyed this project. Just putting the dies together, the different layers that you can get by putting all of these different types of cardstock together. is always all kinds of different fun. Just remember, when you're using regular copy paper, you just need to have a little bit more support when it comes to that, so that it doesn't get damaged in any way. I want to thank each and every one of you, whether you have been here since the beginning, whether you've just joined us, whether this is the first video that you watch. I just want to say thank you, and I am very grateful that you've taken the time to watch this video. If you're interested in more, please feel free to look through my other videos, but I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell, and make sure you hit the thumbs up. By ringing the bell, you are sure to be notified when the next video is live and ready for you to watch. Please, if you have any questions or you want to leave a comment, please leave those down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope everyone is enjoying this holiday season. I hope everyone is staying safe and enjoying the time with your family and friends. This is the time of year where people do tend to smile a lot, and it is one of my favorite times of the years, just simply because of that. But even though we're spending this time with our family and friends, just know this: what is most important to me every day, and probably gives you a good reason to be able to do this because of your family and friends, please always remember, be creative. Until next time, guys, enjoy your holiday.